bowed down before him and asked for some grace. Because they humbled themselves, Elijah considered their request. His wrath was no more, but he extended mercy. You see, there's examples in the Word of God for every situation, every battle that we face. And James and John, they thought they were in the right. They said, Lord, shall we do as Elijah did? These people won't accept us. They wanted to call down fire, consume them, burn them. In the book of Proverbs, chapter 24, verse 15, it says, lay not wait, O wicked man, against the dwelling of the righteous. Spoil not his resting place, for a just man falls 7 times and rise up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. Rejoice not when thine enemy falleth, and let not thine heart be glad when he stumbleth. At least the Lord see it, and it displease him, and he turn away his wrath from him. Fret not thyself because of the evil man. Neither be thou envious at the wicked, for there shall be no reward to the evil man. The candle of the wicked shall be put out. My son, fear thou the Lord and the king, and meddle not with them that are given to change. For their calamity shall rise suddenly, and who knoweth the ruin of them both? I love Proverbs. There's a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge to be gained in the words of Proverbs. What's speaking to us there, church, is that God's going to handle it. It's not up to us to condemn or to delight in our enemy's fall. It's not up to us, so to speak, to feed the fire or to cast out a holy, righteous judgment. Yes, we have to hold people accountable, but we have to do it in a loving way. As we come full circle this morning in our study, we'll go back to Luke chapter 9. I'd like to read these last 2 verses in conclusion. Before I read them, I'd like to just go back over the previous verse, kind of remind us of where we left off. Verse 54 says, and when his disciples, James and John, saw this, they said, Lord, wilt thou that we command fire to come down from heaven and consume them, even as Elijah did? But he turned and rebuked them and said, you know not what manner of spirit ye are of. For the Son of Man is not come to destroy men's lives, but to save them. And they went to another village. You see, they didn't stay where they weren't welcome. And I believe that's how Jesus dealt with this very situation. He didn't condemn the people that didn't accept him. He didn't call down fire, even though he had the power to. He had the authority to. Oh my God, he could have opened the earth and swallowed them up.
Amen.
But he did. He made a decision and told his disciples, well, guys, that's all right. Let's move over here and let them be. It's not easy to do. It's not easy to let things go. It's not easy as Jesus did, as James and John did, to accept forgiveness in their heart without an apology. And sometimes we don't, as Christians, get the apology that we think that we deserve. But we can forgive people. We can release that burden off our own shoulders.
Amen.
We have the power to. Sometimes I don't think we realize the power that each one of us carries inside. You know, a lot of times we choose to walk this life with burdens that we choose to accept. Sometimes we accept circumstances that we don't have to accept. We can say enough's enough. Sometimes that means sitting down with the Word of God, with the tools of God. Getting ready to rebuild some bridges. Sometimes it's not right away. You see, Jesus could have stayed. He could have tried to persuade him. Sometimes issues arise. No different from Paul and Mark, as we read in Acts chapter 15. And some days after, Paul said unto Barnabas, let us go again and visit our brethren in every city where we have preached the word of God, and see how they do. And Barnabas determined to take with him John, whose surname was Mark. But Paul thought not good to take him with him, who departed from them. Y'all have to help me out with this word.
Pamphylia.
And went not with them to the work.